We just had a cold night on January 23rd here in Central Florida. Well, it was actually 24th morning, Monday. As you can see the record from timeanddate.com, the temperature went down to 30 degrees for a few hours between 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. On Monday morning. Two of my nearest weather station record a pretty different temperature though. One recorded as low as 26, other recorded 30-ish. Based on the damage on my trees, I would say on my property probably it was closer to 26-ish. Anyway, today is January 28th. It's been 4 days. I just wanted to record the damage my trees sustained by that few hours of low temperature. So here I have a row of longevity spinach, and as you can see the whole row is dead completely. So yeah, longevity spinach, no go for 30 degree cold. There is another tree right here. It's called miracle berry or miracle fruit, miracle berry, and as you can see, this also took really heavy damage there. The citruses are okay. So this is calamande, and they are fine. This strawberry guava is rated to go much colder temperature than this, like zone 7, I believe. However, it did had considerable damage on the young growth. So the older growth is fine, no damage at all, zero damage, but the younger growth is completely burned and ruined. You can see right there. So where is the condition of the star fruit tree? So right there, as you can see. So this is happened after 30 degree Fahrenheit. This is guava, and as you can see, it's completely dead. At least for now. Some right there. See, that's like a little bit of green there remain, but mostly dead. And so this is the condition for the chalta or the elephant apple. As you can see, it's completely dead as well. It was fully green up until Monday, and so on the stem it still have some green there. Even the stem was damaged, as you can see right there. You have the first damage on the stem itself, but yeah. So this is the condition for longan. It's also pretty much dead. One or two green inside remain there. Maybe it will come back, maybe it's not, but it's also dead. I was under the impression that longan was more cold resistant than lychee, but really it doesn't look like that, because you can see right there the lychee is good, mostly maybe 5% affected, but mostly good. So lychee definitely can take more cold, at least this one, right there, than the longan. So it's like completely opposite than what is the general knowledge out there. And this is the mango. This is a Valenciana Pride, as you can see. This is also mostly dead, and it will be dead, I believe. So because there is only few green left inside, but as per my previous experience, the shock takes a while to propagate down for mangoes. So eventually even the green ones get turned to yellow and died. So this one had flower on it, as you can see right there, and it's pretty much dead. The last year it had some mango, like 3 mangoes I believe, really big ones, next to this lychee, which is good. And this is the condition of the sugar apple. As you can see, this is also completely dead. The leaves, in 3 days it became like it was dead for a couple of months or something like that, as you can see. So this is like burned, you know, like all the leaves. So that's the sugar apple, but it will come back. It can probably take one cold a year, at least, you know, below 25 or something like that. This one is jabuticaba, and the jabuticaba is also dead. As you can see, it was completely green up until January 24th. And yeah, so this is I believe a red jabuticaba, and it's dead. And I don't think this one will come back either. This one was a pretty decent size bush, but yeah, it's dead. All the moringas are dead. I had like at least 7-8 moringa trees, as you can see. So it died with the flower on it. So yeah, it's pretty much dead. So this is the Castile, and this one took some damage, but right there, see, it took some decent damage, but majority I believe is still okay. It might be fine, but yeah, it did take some major hit right there. So this is wimpy fruit, and as you can see, this also sustained pretty major damage right there, right here. But this is a pretty small seedling, and so severe damage to be expected, but I believe it's fine. You know, you could actually tell from the stem, and if the stem is okay, the tree will bounce back, and I expect this one will bounce back. The next seedling I have here is Manila Tamarind, and this is also sustained pretty heavy damage right there, as you can see. So all those leaves on the top, they got burned and dried. Some branches and leaves are still green down there. So I believe the tree will be fine. So this is a white sapote, also seedling, and it's probably too long seedling, and as you can see, it's survived just fine. Had some damage right there, see? So right there, so it is not completely immune to the cold, at least at 30-degree level, but yeah, I think it's gonna be just fine. The mango is not fine, by the way. This is another mango seedling. As you can see, it sustained pretty nasty damage right there, and so this is what it was like new growth. I saw this new growth last week, and now this is just some burned dead thing. So yeah, as you can see, it's just withering away. So yeah, the mango, this one probably, I don't know, maybe it will come back, maybe it's not. So this is one more elephant apple. So I had 5 elephant apple in total. They were at least a couple of 100 feet away from each other. Only this one has some green left, And this is very interesting because this is the north end of my property border, and so you'd expect on north side probably more cold, but I believe the shade of the other trees, so it has some shade, not too much, but it has some shade, and the shade probably gave it some protection. And so yeah, so this one most likely will live, you know, but we'll see. Here is two more mangoes. One is here, one is there. So it looks pretty small tree, but these are actually 3 years old seedlings. They just did not grow much, precisely probably due to this type of weather. It's been enduring this. But as you can see, the damage on these is not that much. Only a little bit damage on the top foliage, but rest are good. So what I suspect that since the seedling, this thing is enduring similar experience every winter, and this is like more resistant now naturally. So this is a golden apple or Amra or Amrola. See, so this one had flower on it and some fruit, but it took really heavy damage. So I would suspect that it might come back, because losing leaves is not as stressful as for this tree than like other tropical. This is a jujube. It looks it's fine. Next to it is a tamarind. It has some occasional damage right there, and right there you can see. So I'm not going to say that tamarind is completely immune. It is not, but mostly I think it's fine. We'll see. There could be one more cold spell that is coming, so we'll see. And so next to it is Amla, and that is also I think doing okay. This is a wood apple. This is also supposed to be fairly resistant, but it did also have some visible damage right there. But I think it's fine for the most part, with some damage. Then there is this mango seedling. Rest in peace. Dead completely. Not gonna come back for sure. This one, I've been a little bit of surprised to see the damage right here. As you can see, it did sustain some damage. Not a lot though. You see, inside is pretty good, no issue. But the outer edge of the leaves, it did sustain some damage. The reason I'm surprised because last time when the temperature went down as low as 28 or 27, I would say, this one was here, and this one I did not see any damage at that time. But this time, at just 30 degrees, I see damage. But still, it's much better than any mangoes or any other tropical trees. This is so this is a stone apple, doing fine, to my pleasant surprise. I don't see any damage there. This is a June palm. It's like Amrola. Amrola is like mostly Asian one. And so this one will come back, no issue there. The mango, there is one other seedling, and this one looking better than the rest. So this one probably will live. Papaya, dead mostly. I mean, I don't think there is any chance for this anymore. Then there are some drumstick moringas, as usual, they're dead. So this one I had cut the top a couple of weeks back. All the new growth was coming out, and so the winter or the cold spell is really hard on them, but looks like it is not burned at least, so we'll see. And here is one other chalka or elephant apple. As you can see, it's like completely dead, almost burned. So we'll see if it comes back. Probably not. So here is one other Manila Tamarind, and this one has a lot less apparent damage than the other one that we saw, probably due to this protection. Again, this is the north end of the boundary, and somehow trees looks better on this side. This is a jacote or te jacote, something like related to the candle fruit, and this one is also sustained some damage. I was not expecting that at all. I thought this was supposed to take zone 9 temperature just fine, like citrus, but it is not. As you can see, it took pretty nasty damage right there. And but inside is fine, and as far as I know, this tree has a very vigorous growth, so even if it dies, majority of the tree it will come back, so for sure. So I'm not worried about this one. Here is a jackfruit. That one is still standing, well, on its last leg, that is. But it took some major damage. As you can see, it's like majority of the leaves is like burned. You can see like clear burn mark right there. Same burn mark you'd see in fire, the same burn happened in cold, basically. So yeah, it was not doing okay, I mean great, even before the cold spell. It was struggling, probably not enough the water condition or something like that, but whatever the reason is, it was not doing 100% okay, but it was somewhat good. Inside, as you can see, some of them are still looking good. We'll see how it goes. This is much better than the other one, right there, right there, as you can see. So see, it had this new growth right there, and there was some jackfruit, small jackfruit right there, and so this is all dead. And there was one more. See? So it's completely dead, and it's pretty unlikely that it will come back. You know, and this is it's been 3 days since 30-degree temperature. So yeah, it's pretty dead. This one is Safeda, and the Safeda tree is, or Safedilia in English, I believe. And so this one is, I don't know, it's hard to say. You can't see the damage. It took pretty decent damage, but it might bounce back, because a good part of the tree still looks good, decent green inside, as you can see right there. So see, it's a decent, nice green foliage. So it might be okay, but yeah, it did took some damage. Yeah. So this is one other Amla tree that I have, and the other Amla that we saw, it was on that side, and this one is here, and this one I see it sustained pretty major damage, not major, like pretty good damage compared to the other one. I would say 30% of the tree probably burned, or maybe 40%. So as you can see right there, so all of those foliage got burned completely, and so yeah, as you can see, like same tree, two of them took completely different type of damage, and this one probably exposed to the cold wind more than the other one, and that's probably is the reason. Though this is lower, other one is taller, so that should have been more affected, but you do the math. So that's the condition of one of the Amla tree right there. So this is a exposure to 30-degree Fahrenheit temperature. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot the name of this tree. This is some guava. I forgot what type. So this supposed to take more um, cold, but as you can see, this is pretty much dead. And this is one of the disappointed because I wanted to have this variety. Um but yeah, this is also dead. So this is the second starfruit tree. This one, I don't know, looking somewhat better than the other, but not really. As you can see, if I, as soon as I touch it, the leaves basically falls away. So it will, all of the bee will be dead. Even the fruit, as you can see, it's got burnt and all. And so yeah, that's another star fruit. This one is black sapote, also known as chocolate pudding tree. And this one, to my surprise, sustained some damage as well. I thought this one was pretty hardy, but apparently it's not. As you can see right there. So took pretty good damage right there. The black sapote. It does have some good green leaf inside. So I mean, I don't think the tree will be dead, but it did took some damage. Good amount of, I would say 30% or maybe 25% of the tree had some damage from 30-degree temperature. So yeah, this is a tree called bayram leaves. It took heavy damage from 30-degree temperature, and I was under impression that it can take at least 25, but it is not. So yeah, that's the condition. So this is one tangerine. I don't think this is winter damage. I believe this yellowish leaves is like other nutrients deficiency. So that's basically the tangerine. This is one of the orange tree, also good as expected. But the major damage on this side is the mango. As you can see, the lower part is okay. I don't see any visible damage on the lower part, but the upper part, right there, you can see the yellowish, and then that's what it's got burned right there. So all those upper foliage um, got completely ruined, and there were all those flowers on top, and they all died. So this year definitely there is going to be no mangoes. You can actually still see some of those flower right there, but I'm worried for the tree itself, and this was a pretty big tree, and not sure if this will live. As I said, it's hard to judge for mangoes because mangoes takes time to react for the cold stress, and there is one more cold spell coming uh, day after tomorrow, I believe. I forecasted to go as low as 30 or 31. So yeah, so that's basically in nutshell for all the damages.